Hi, welcome to a guided meditation class brought to you by Racquel Moore of Spiritual Mechanics.
Hello, my name is Racquel Moore, and I'm going to lead you through a visualization meditation for this evening. And it's going to help you right now in present time with all the different energies that you're going through and that you're experiencing on the planet. This is a unique time, and there's a lot of processing going on. And then also I'm going to take you through a planetary healing level. We're going to be looking at some protection grids. But first, what I want to do is I want to set everybody up in a safe space. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to find a chair, and I would like you to put both feet on the ground so that you're nice and grounded. And just close your eyes, just pat your body, and take a big deep breath. And then let it out. And I'd like you to just say hello to the center of your head space. So if you just need to tap on your forehead just to find your head, because a lot of the energy that's happening right now, you can kind of feel a little bounced around. So from the center of your head, I'd like you to just say hello to your tailbone. And I'd like you to just create a grounding cord. So if you just want to imagine a hollow tree trunk or an energy tube, and it's just going to connect to the base of your spine and just make it wider than your hips so that your aura or your energy field gets in there. And I want you to just see that either energy tube or big tree trunk go all the way into the center of the planet. However you see that, if you see that as volcanic lava, if you see that as a big ball of metal, just get that grounded into the center of the planet. So whatever you're processing in present time, which there's a lot going on right now, everybody's being forced to look at everything from rights to sickness to what's happening with the planet to government stuff, just all kinds of things that are happening, just all kinds of energy pictures. So what I'd like you to do is all those videos you've been looking at, all the news, I'd like you to just release all the energy and pictures out of your body. Just imagine your body as all energy. And just let all those pictures, all the programming, everything you're processing, just let it go down that grounding cord and just let it go into the planet just so that it can be recycled. You don't need to hold that in your body. It causes a lot of fear and stress, and right now the last thing you probably need is stress. There's all kinds of fear running through everyone's body. So just, you have permission to let that go right now. You don't need to become this energy. You're simply looking at all this energy so you can process it and move to a higher level. Because if you get stuck in it, then you can't release it. So you don't want to get stuck in it. Just go ahead and just imagine it. You looked at it, you analyzed it. Maybe it's real, maybe it's not real. Just go ahead and let it go. You don't need to store it. So again, just see yourself releasing any negative energy, any dark energy, any fear, stress, sickness, any kind of electrical energy. Just let it all go. It's all energy and pictures. What I want you to do is just continuously release this. So just imagine almost like you're on a big toilet and you're just dumping all of this stuff out of you. You're just not holding it on anymore. Even the stuff that's in your head, because a lot gets stuck in the head, causes headaches. Just imagine all of that just draining out of you. And if you notice yourself kind of stuck or not wanting to release some of this energy, let's just create a big golden sunshine or a big golden sun tool over the top of your head. And we're just going to call back your original life force. So any of your happy energy or love energy or creative energy that maybe you gave away to heal people or take care of people or teach people, I'd like you to just call that back. And those are going to be all kinds of pretty colors. So if you just want to call back a bunch of pretty colors into your golden sun, we're just going to refill the body with that. So just imagine calling all those colors back from past, present, and future. And when that golden sun over the top of your head, and it can be really big, it can be as big as the room if you want, just call it all back and just start to let it open up like a big colorful waterfall and just see it flowing down into the middle of the body, into all the chakras, into the cells of the body, into your blood cells and bone cells and just all your organs. Just see all that being refreshed and renewed with all those colors. It's all color-coded information. Whether it's healing information for the body or financial well-being or happiness or joy, whatever it may be, just let that flow through you and around you, also filling up your aura, which is an energy field that's around the body. And then just let any excess just go down that grounding cord. So as this bright, beautiful colors are coming in, your original life force from you as an original being, it comes in and it's going to touch any dark or negative energy, which is just going to liquefy and it's just going to go down that main grounding cord. So basically out with the bad, in with the good. So just see yourself doing that, kind of flushing yourself. And as you're doing that, just have that on automatic, kind of release, refill, release, refill. I'd like you to create a big, giant magnetic spongy rose out in front of you. This is going to be your rose tool. What I want you to do is let this magnetic spongy rose just basically vacuum out anything in your space that's particularly negative or stuck. Maybe somebody's face, something that you're very angry about, something that doesn't want to release easily. Just let this rose kind of, you can even let it run through the body and just soak it up like a sponge. Whether it's anger in your stomach or anger in your head or fear or somebody that you're particularly mad about, you know, whether there's just so many things going on planetarily right now with governments and different people running things, technical people, people that a lot of people are really mad about. Just let them get sucked up in the rose. And you can also make many roses if you want, if you're mad at a whole bunch of people and what they're doing on the planet and what they've been getting away with. Just give them all a rose. Just let them get pulled out of your space so that they're not controlling you. You're not giving them your energy. So once you've got them all collected up into some roses out in front of you, and roses are just nice and neutral. Most people don't have an offense with a rose. Just push that out of your aura and just blow it up like it's kind of like a firework. Just like you're doing 4th of July fireworks, just let the rose turn into a firework, blow it up, and just let all those little bits and pieces go down the grounding cord. Because what you're doing is just diffusing the energy. You're just turning it back into little itsy bitsy pieces and taking it out of your space so that it doesn't have a formed picture anymore. So you're taking the energy away from it that you put into it. Okay, I'd like you to put out another, let's say, field of roses. And let's just put some more of, especially people are watching a lot of videos, a lot of news right now, seeing everything's coming so fast, rules are changing each and every day. Just let all of that go out into the roses, because it can really make you feel like you're losing it, and it'll stress out the body. So let's just go ahead and get that out of there. So this gives you something to do so that you don't feel like a victim. You will have the choice to change the energy, because that's what you're doing by using the tools. You're changing the energy. Energy in, energy out. So fill up those roses with all those pictures, whether they're good, bad, indifferent. Just fill up the roses and then push it outside your aura and blow it up like a little fireworks. So the roses turn into fireworks, and then just slide down the grounding cord. This way you don't have to be mad at anybody or anything. Okay. Then I want you to look back up at that big golden sun over the top of your head. Just see that big golden sun, and I want you to start to call all the energy back that maybe you had engaged with all those people that you just blew up, whether they're relatives, people on videos, famous people, government people. Just call all of your energy back that you've been trying to telepathically or psychically communicate with them. Just call it all back into that golden sun. So this is to get your energy back in your body so that you can feel calm and peaceful and happy. So just see all of your pretty colors coming in. And once that golden sun gets big and full, just allow that to open up and just refill your space. Just let that flow through you and around you. Again, filling up the chakras or the energy centers that go down the middle of the body, filling up the cells of the body, all the different cells. And then just let it expand out into the aura, and just let any excess go down the grounding cord. Yeah, then now, last but not least, we're going to call in a big neutral golden sun. So go ahead and just call in a golden sunshine, just like you're out at the beach. It's warm, it's sunny, nice yellow light. And just let that open up like a big golden waterfall. And just see that flowing through you and around you. Okay, now that we've gotten you grounded and kind of set up here, I'm going to go with working at a little bit of a planetary level. But before we do that, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine kind of some people like to use shields or walls. What I want you to do is just create like a rose that's a protection for you. So just make a really big protection rose out in front of you. That's a really pretty color, maybe a beautiful tangerine orange, or a beautiful like red violet, or yellow, or whatever color makes you happy. Just create a protection rose. And what this is going to do, it just protects you from any negative energy that may not want you to, do a planetary healing. So this is a good way to do a planetary healing without having to go out and, we'll say, protest or get your body involved. So you're doing this, we'll say, at an energy or a spirit level. So just have that. And then another way to protect yourself, just put up like, almost like you're looking at a computer screen out in front of you about 18 inches. And just put a grounding cord on that computer screen. And what I would like you to do, and if you don't like the computer screen, you can just see a holographic image out in front of you. I'd like you to visualize, we'll say rotating planet Earth. We've seen those on some of the nature channels, or, you know, just a rotating globe. Because there's a lot of things, we'll say, everything that's happening right now is very global. They're doing things out in space right now, and there's a big eclipse that's coming up this Sunday, and we'll just say there's going to be a lot of portals and things opening up. And what we want to do is I'm going to instruct you on how to create a protection grid. So we'll just say if people are opening up certain types of portals to let things in that we'll say might be on the negative side, this is going to be a nice protection grid to, we'll say, protect the planet. So just imagine that planet out in front of you. And again, you can put it on the screen, or you can just have it rotating out in front of you. And as you see the planet rotating, I'd like you to just create kind of, it might look like a grid or a net around the planet. And I'd like you to make it an electric blue color. And you might kind of even hone in on this and see that, yeah, there are grids or energy fields around the planet already, but sometimes you get holes poked in them, or we'll say portals open up, things like that. So what we want to do is we want to make sure there's no holes. So you can kind of put like a big grounding cord on the bottom of the planet or on that screen level. And just imagine grounding off, just like you grounded off in your body. If there's any holes or any machines that have opened up, we'll say holes, openings for, we'll say things to come in. So just ground those off. Or you can use like a little spongy rose to, if you see something like that, you can just send out a rose that's as big and kind of just do what you did with your body. Like if you didn't, you know, somebody's face was bothering you. So if you see a big hole or a black spot somewhere on the planet, just send out a rose and suck it up, push it out, blow it up, just like you just did on your own body. So if you're seeing any holes, imagine that electric kind of blue-green grid around the whole planet. Kind of like, I like to think of it as a big giant mosquito net for any, we'll just say, bad monsters or bugs. To keep it nice and neutral and friendly. And just kind of make that nice and electric. Just protection. And as long as you always set yourself up first before you start to do this work, you shouldn't have any problems, should be safe. So again, just imagine that nice electric blue-green grid and it being nice and solid, so nothing can come in that we'll say negative or destructive or wants to alter humanity. Because a lot of times when there's eclipses, full moons, things like that, certain things will open up. So it gives access to things. We just want to, we'll say, close down those access points. So again, you can always take a big colorful rose if you see a hole or a portal opening up, and you can just kind of suck it up, blow it out, and then regrid the area. Just keep that nice electric blue-green fence up. Okay. Then what you want to do after you've kind of rotated the planet in front of you, got all the little, we'll say Swiss cheese holes out of it, blew some roses off of it, regridded it. Let's just imagine calling down some really beautiful, like cosmic colors, like Aurora Borealis, and just watching those flow onto the whole planet. So it's going to affect all the people, all the animals, all the plants. This really beautiful, neutral cosmic energy. Again, like when you see the Aurora Borealis, like those beautiful greens and pinks and ultraviolet lavenders. So just let all that energy just flood onto the entire planet, covering, the electric greens, the electric blues. Let's just really give all the people and plants and animals a big healing with that beautiful neutral cosmic energy, that stardust, so that everyone can transition at a much, we'll say, happier and smoother level, and not allow dark forces to alter things. Just keep imagining bringing all those beautiful colors onto the planet, onto all the people. Okay, and then after you imagine that, all that beautiful Aurora Borealis or Northern Lights coming onto the whole planet, then I'd like you to just imagine a big flood of golden yellow light just engulfing the entire planet, like almost like a bright yellow, kind of like the sunshine when the sun came out on the whole planet, and it just melts away any kind of darkness or fear or anything. So it just melts it away. It just flows down that grounding cord out into some black hole in space. And that's how you give the planet a healing. And that's really going to help with, we'll say, this transition time on the planet. And it's going to do it in a very safe way. So that you don't have to fight with a lot of things you don't want to fight with. Because that fighting energy takes you down to a darker, lower level. And sometimes you can't win at those levels. So I hope that was informative. And I really hope everybody does that this weekend, especially right before the eclipse or during the eclipse. That would be really, really beneficial for the whole planet. So thank you very much and have a great weekend.